One of the number one reasons why women struggle with dating and relationships today is that they choose men who are not ready for anything real. Ladies, there are lots of great relationship-ready men out here. However, you need to learn how to choose them. I wrote this book to teach you how to do just that. Get your copy of Choose Well, a simple formula to determine the best man for you on Amazon today.
Good afternoon. So I just wanted to jump on live and let you know that Jeff St. James and I, we have to reschedule our live over on YouTube because of technical difficulties. And I'm not sure what happened because everything was going great in sound check. We were in sound check for 15 minutes and talking about different stuff and everything was great. And then like 5 minutes in, his mic went out and we couldn't hear him. So I don't know what happened, but, we will reschedule. Okay. So we will reschedule and I will post when that reschedule happens. So that's the number one thing I want to get out of the way is, Jeff St. James and I were going to go live today, but we had some technical difficulties. However, I wanted to go live because of the reel that I posted. So I posted a reel by a Black gentleman who talked about how difficult it can be. Like when you do find your person, like when you do find the right person, you find your person and you start to feel safe. You start to feel seen. You start to feel heard. And now, like all of these feelings start to come up. And so my question for the guys is it ever okay for a man to be vulnerable? Should men be vulnerable in their relationships? And when is it okay for men to be vulnerable? Now, here's what I'm going to share, and y'all are going to give me your thoughts and your comments and your opinions, but vulnerability is one of the true markers of genuine love and relationships. So if you're never vulnerable, you're not in a truly real, genuine, healthy, loving relationship. Okay, so if you respond back with, nope, never, ever, ever. Okay, so you don't want anything real. You want to pretend. You want to be with someone and you want to do the things that people in relationships do. You want to gain access to that person and have sex and all those other things, but you really don't have a real relationship. You have a glorified situationship. So, and let's not even get me started about marriage. Like, this is your wife. This is your husband. So that to me is one of the number one requirements of a marriage, that I feel safe with this person. I can be vulnerable with this person. I can be myself with this person. I can talk about things I need to talk about, feel what I need to feel. So I'm curious to hear from the men. You know, should men be vulnerable? Should they be vulnerable in relationship? Because a lot of you all have been burned, okay? Like, if we're being honest, a lot of you all have been burned. And so you've developed this callus over your heart that says, no, never. I am never vulnerable in my relationship with my woman. But again, there will be times, there may be times where you are put in a vulnerable situation, whether it's with your health, whether it's with your finances, your kids, you know, someone dies. Like, it can't be avoided, right? You'd have to be a machine. You'd have to be a monster to avoid ever being vulnerable in the relationship with your woman. So how do you go about doing this? I think it's important. I think it's necessary to be able to be vulnerable with the person that you're in a marriage with specifically. But here's the thing. You have to vet that person well. This is why I keep telling you all to please choose well. Vet that person well. Make sure that that person is safe. I gave you all the book recommendation. It's called Safe People by Dr. Cloud and Dr. Townsend. It is going to instruct you on how to choose safe people. So whether that relationship is romantic or friendship, your family members, like it's going to give you that criteria. But that is how you know that the relationships you're having are real, is that you can be vulnerable. You can be yourself, right? So when I was going through this stuff with my business, and then I was going to court. I'm trying to remember what it was about. Was it a moving violation? I can't remember, but I was going to traffic court, and I was really stressed about that. And then there was some other court date I had. It was just a lot. It was a whole lot. My business was going under. I was going to court about a traffic violation. Then I was going to court about something else. And I darn near had a panic attack in the courtroom. Like I was just stressed beyond belief. I darn near had a panic attack in the courtroom. And when I left out, the attorney who was defending me, I left out, and she's like, no, I get it. I'm going to see about it. And so I go to my car, I call one of my friends, and I just lose it. Like I just break down. I lose it. And he was like, it's okay. It's going to be all right. I was like, I don't know. I was just losing it. That was a very vulnerable moment for me. And I felt safe enough with that person to be vulnerable, right? And that was just my friend. That was just my friend. That was not my man. That was just my friend. But you should have relationships with people where you can be vulnerable. And then if you want to marry someone, that should be like a requirement. Is this person safe? Is this person, can I be vulnerable with them? That's what I want you to ask yourself, because anything else isn't real. Like you're fooling yourself. You're make-believing a relationship, but in truth, the relationship isn't real. It's just, okay, I'm with this woman, or I'm married to this woman, or, I'm sleeping with this woman, or we're doing whatever we're doing. But if you can't walk through hell with this person, you have no business being married to them. Can I say that again? Choose the person you want to walk through hell with. That's what you all are not doing. You're not choosing people that you are going to go through some of the hardest, roughest, craziest times in your life. And then when those times come, you don't feel safe. You don't feel secure. You feel trapped because you have to repress all your feelings. You have to pretend like you're so strong instead of just being open and honest with this person. You're trapped. Now, here's something I'm going to say to the gentleman that y'all may not like, but I got to say it. And I thought about this today. I did another podcast episode earlier in the day with the kosher clinician. I want you to go to his page and check that out. But one of the things that I notice about men that I really want to see them work on is a lot of you all set up these toxic relationships that you are in. You set it up with your children. You set it up with your children's mother or your wives or your family members or your friends. Like, you set it up. Can we be honest? You set up a relationship with these people in your life, and you want to have the Superman cape on all the time. You want to be Superman all the time, when the truth is you're more like Clark Kent. On the rare occasions that you are Superman, okay, but 90% of the time, you're Clark Kent. And instead of being open and vulnerable and saying, hey, like I have a client right now that, like I said, this guy is going in the poorhouse trying to give his children everything they want. And then he feels all this resentment about it. Oh, well, they just treat me like an ATM. No, you set that up. And I had to be honest with him. I said, no, sir, you set that up. You set up this dynamic. And so they're just keeping it going because you never presented yourself as anything more than an ATM. Like, that's all you've ever given is finances. But why don't you say, hey, I can't contribute financially. Here's what else I can do. Like, stop setting up these weird dynamics that you're resentful about. And like I said, y'all play like y'all strong. You play like you don't have feelings. I know the truth. I know the difference. Men have way more feelings than even women do. You all have a lot of feelings. You feel a lot about a lot. You feel a way. But you act like you don't. You push it down. You become avoidant. And you're just like, okay, well, all right. You just repress. And it's like pushing down a spring. It's eventually going to pop back up. But stop setting up these dynamics. It's just like men leading with their wallet. You lead with your wallet. I had another example, another client leading with his wallet, buying all this stuff for this young lady that he was dating, doing all this stuff, taking her all these places, literally put him in bankruptcy. It's a true story. This man dated this woman for 2 years and had to file bankruptcy. All because he had to pretend to be someone he wasn't. That is a cautionary tale, gentlemen. And the only person that did that was him. Nobody made him do that. That woman didn't, oh, you better do this and you better do that. No, he led with his wallet. He led with, oh, I can do this and I can do that and I can pay your rent and I can doing all this stuff and had to file for bankruptcy. Paying her rent, paying her light bill. Knowing good and well he could not do that in good conscience. And now you feel a way, okay, again, you feel a way because you're going through bankruptcy. You did that. You did that. If you had stopped trying to buy somebody's love and found out how she really feel about you, if you had had the self-love and self-esteem to say, you know what, if this woman don't like me, like I'm gonna pay for some dates or we're gonna go here and there, but I'm not gonna put myself in bankruptcy. If she don't like me, then I'm gonna go about my business. So some of these dynamics that you all gentlemen, that you find yourself in, you set up. You set up. You started this. And the kids in your life and the women in your life and the family members and the friends in your life, they're keeping what you started going. So when they come to you with their hand out, or when they come to you, like you're the strong one with their problems and all of that, and you really going through something, see, you set up the dynamic that I'm the strong one. I'm the one that has it all together. And some of y'all are broke, busted, and disgusted. And I'm not just talking financially. Some of y'all are mentally about to break down. Some of y'all are 2 steps away from losing your job, losing your house, losing your car, losing your marriage, but you walk around like you got it all together. You set up that dynamic. So you got to check yourself, right? People are going to just follow your lead. If you're leading with finances with women, yeah, they're going to ask for finances. They're going to expect certain things. They're going to have expectations. But if you tell a woman from the jump, that's why I keep telling you all, it's so easy now. It's easy to determine if a woman likes you. I don't think y'all care. I don't think you care to know if the woman likes you because y'all keep doing the same stuff and then getting resentful, feeling away, making videos, and all that. Stop that. Don't do anything that you can't give. Don't give anything and do anything that you can't give and do out of the love of your heart. It's just like loaning people money. I don't expect it back. I give you what I can throw in the street. I don't expect that money back. And I ain't loaning nobody no thousands and thousands of dollars because I'm like, you know what? I kind of need my money. So I ain't going to loan it to you. Because if you don't pay me back, we're going to have a problem. I give you $40 or $50 and send you on your way. I never expect to get that money back. But some of y'all are setting up these toxic dynamics. You're setting this up. You're leading the charge. And then you feel away when the woman's like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. All right. Or your kids are like coming to you with their hand out. Don't talk to you otherwise. Don't do nothing for you for Father's Day. don't care if you sick with strep throat or what. No, they don't care about that. They like, Dad, I need some money. Dad, I need some. Like, they don't care about your well-being. But you set it up that way. See, let me tell y'all the difference. I don't set it up that way. Like, I let my kids know I have limits. I'm just a valuable human being. I don't have it all together. I make mistakes. Right? I have limits. I have boundaries. They know that. They know that. Don't come to me and ask me for that. Like, that ain't gonna happen. Don't come to me with just your hand out. Because I don't set up those dynamics. And I'm not leading with sex. You ain't getting no sex. So again, like, I don't even get those type of dynamics started. But some of this is y'all. You have to be appropriately vulnerable. And you have to assess to see if people are safe to be vulnerable with. And once you determine, wow, okay, I think this person is safe. And I don't mean perfect, because we all fall short, okay? Even me, I have fallen short and reacted in a way that I was like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have said that. But come on now. I am 95% of the time, I'm a safe person. I'm a safe person. Whatever you tell me is on lockdown, ain't nobody gonna hear about it or find out about it. Like, I'm a safe person. And other than the 5, maybe 10% where I fall short because I'm full of sin, I got your back. We're all, going through something. We're all out here living this crazy life. But you have to be vulnerable enough to let people know that. Tell people what it is. Stop trying to pretend to be something that you're not, fellas. But it's a lot of y'all that want to be seen as Superman when you're really Clark Kent. And you can't be but so resentful about that. When men start talking about, well, nobody cares about me and nobody cares about, okay, but did you care about you? Did you step up for you? Did you tell people what you needed? Did you say, hey, I can't move you this weekend? Hey, I don't have any money right now. Right? Like, you want us to do something that you won't do for yourself. So make that make sense. You've got to step up for you. You've got to have your back. You've got to tell people, yeah, I can't do it. See? That's it. And then you role model what that looks like, and we fall right in line. Oh, I can't call him for just money. I can't be doing this. See? But a lot of y'all won't even do it for yourself. And you feel resentful. You feel away, and then your relationships with people start changing, and then they see you get funny, and they're like, well, why is he acting funny? I don't understand. See, and then you feel like they should read your mind. They should know why I'm acting funny. They should know why. No. Nobody knows, because you're playing Superman. You're making us believe that it's all good when it's not. So just tell people what it is. Tell people what it is. Be vulnerable, be appropriately vulnerable. There have been plenty of times where life has kicked me in the teeth. And people be calling, I'm like, I can't do nothing for you. Like, I can't do nothing. I'm down bad. I have no problem letting people know when I'm just down bad. I got nothing. Okay? I can't do it. And I tell people why. I ain't even keeping it but so private. I'm like, this is happening and that's happening and I got this going on and yeah. Because I'm willing to be appropriately vulnerable. And because I'm like that, people are vulnerable with me. They're like, okay, Anita's telling us what's up. And so, I'm going to tell her what's up with me too. That's it. But the fact that you won't be appropriately vulnerable, that is the problem. That is the problem. That's just getting you in deeper and deeper. And it has people thinking that you have it all together when you don't. Everybody hurts. Everybody struggles. Everybody has pain. Everybody. But you got to be willing to show that side of yourself to people who are safe. So that's the message. That's what I wanted the gentleman to know. I love that video. That video gives me hope. It does. It gives me hope that two people are going to come together. Something's going to unlock in both of them, something beautiful, something amazing. And they're going to have a wonderful love story, right? They're going to heal each other. That's what's supposed to happen. Two people, they come together, they genuinely get to know each other. They are appropriately vulnerable. They make the other person feel safe. And that's when the magic shows up. That's when the magic happens. When they are able to be vulnerable with each other and to help heal each other. So I love that video. And gentlemen, there's a lot you can learn from that guy. Like, we have all been through something. Life, and especially y'all. If it's anybody that's been through hell, it's y'all. A lot of y'all have lost your wives, lost your children, which is traumatic. You've had your children ripped away from you. You've lost your wife. You've lost your home. You've lost your community. Some of you have lost family members and friends. And I keep reiterating to women, these men have been through hell. They need a soft, safe place to land. But they think y'all don't have feelings. They really do. Like, nah, they good. They good. They don't have no feelings. And we the ones that have all the feelings and all of this. That is not true. Men are the most traumatized people. Y'all have been in wars. Some of y'all are first responders. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I know it's hard. And let me just end this video by saying, I know it's hard. I know it's hard to find good, decent, moral, uplifting, beautiful, wonderful women. I'm not saying this like there's a fantastic marriage-ready woman on every corner. There is not. Okay? There is not. That day is gone. That's the day I grew up in, where a man could literally walk down a 12-block radius and meet 10 women that would make wonderful wives. That day is over. Okay? That does not mean that those women are not available to you or that they're not out there. You're just going to have to be more patient. You're going to have to vet them harder. Like, you're going to have to look a little harder, vet them a little harder. You're going to have to be more patient. And please, please get wise counsel. That's the other thing. Men, do not open themselves up to other men or a trusted woman, an older man, an older woman, a trusted family member, a trusted friend, a trusted clergy person. Y'all do not open yourselves up to letting someone help you choose a woman. You need help. We all do. I've talked about my 3-point inspection system. That's for everybody. Every single person needs 3 other people to lay eyes on the person that you're interested in, to talk to the person that you're interested in, to look at their Instagram and their Facebook, and to decide along with you, okay, is this a good idea? But no, you go out there and you let your Willie tell you who to be with, and then you be with her, and then when it don't work out the way you thought, well, see these modern women that you keep picking? You mean the modern women that you keep choosing? That you keep getting with? Because that's what it feel like. That's what it feel like. It feel like the modern women that you keep attracting and entertaining. So, yes, men should be vulnerable. They should be appropriately vulnerable with a woman that they vetted, a woman who is safe, a woman who is emotionally mature, a woman who genuinely cares about him. Yes, he should be vulnerable. That's how we know that the relationship is real. Okay? I've had men be vulnerable with me. I've had men cry in front of me. I've comforted men, like I said, and I'm like, good. That's how I knew the relationship was real. That's how I knew the friendship was real. Because I'm like, good. Okay? We have something real. Okay? That's how I knew. Okay? And I've done the same. We share our struggles. That's what the Bible says. We laugh when people are happy and we cry when people are sad. We cry with them. We laugh with them. That's what a true friend is. And it certainly should be your woman or your wife. So that's the video. I hope y'all have a great rest of your Sunday. I appreciate you all watching. I will keep you posted about the Jeff St. James interview. We're going to try to get it rescheduled in the next week. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, stay open to love.